Hello, students. We are going to talk about free iPad applications. So these are the iPad applications that I want you to download. Dropbox, and you need to set up your personal account, okay? Graphical Analysis by Veneer. You're gonna do a free, um, it's free. So Dropbox is free as well, up to 2.5 gigabytes, something like that. We're going to use Dropbox to store all of our files in the cloud. So we don't want to leave them on the iPad. We want to take them up to the cloud. And we want our applications on the iPad to interact with Dropbox so as to gather, collect data, stuff like that. So we have Dropbox. Make sure you're downloading graphical, Microsoft Excel. Make sure you sign in with your eCPI credentials to gain access to all the features. Paperby 53, MyScript Calculator, MathPad, QuickGraph, your scientific graphing calculator, and Zoom. And then once you do that, you just want to put all of these on a one page and take a snapshot. Once you take a snapshot, you're going to go down here and you're going to upload that snapshot. So right now you see that I have edit submission. What I'll do is you should have add submission here, okay? So once you have add submission, you select on it, and then you actually go ahead and submit this document. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I have it set up. Basically, you just select on this link. It's a hyperlink to the App Store. So when I select on Dropbox, you'll see that you can just download it right here. So I have open, of course, but let me go back here. And of course, if I go to something like QuickGraph down here, it will show you QuickGraph and stuff like that. So it's a nice application. It has all of the scientific functions in here. And we also have stuff like MyScript Calculator, where you can actually write on here and then it'll do calculations for you. It's really nice. And what else do we have? We have stuff like MathPad. MathPad will allow us to generate mathematical functions in which we can put into reports. So you can write it in and then you can actually have this printed out as a figure or in some other format so as to build a research report, a scientific research report with it, as far as like describing the theory. And then, of course, we have stuff like Microsoft Excel here. We're going to be using this heavily, so just make sure you download that and sign in with your credentials. Then I have Paperby 53. Paperby 53 is actually something where you could take notes. And so I kind of use it as my whiteboard, and that's what you're going to see a lot. But you have Paperby 53, and you can go ahead and download that. And then the last one is Zoom. And Zoom is a remoting kind of app. It allows us to hold courses remotely, and you can utilize this on your iPad and you can utilize this on your desktop. And I just ask that when you're on your, well, that's pretty much it. I'll talk about this a little bit more later. That's it for this assignment. Once you have all of these taken care of, what you want to do is you want to put them all in one location. All right, and so you see I have Paperby 53, I have graphical, video physics, Dropbox, iCircuit, and calculator, MyScript Calculator, MathPad, Excel, Zoom. So then you want to take a snapshot. So I'm going to take a snapshot by depressing the power button, and it's in the upper right-hand corner if you have your iPad stacked up. And I'm going to depress that, and then I'm going to depress the home key. Uh-oh, I made a mistake. Wrong thing. So here I'm going to depress the home, the power button and the home key at the same time, and it takes a snapshot. You'll see that screen turn white, and we want to submit that assignment. So if I go back into my assignments here, you'll, again, this edit submission, it's edit submission for me because I already have an assignment in here, but I want to show you guys how to submit this assignment. So if I go in here, I'm just going to take this back down to default. This is the way yours is going to look. So it's all the way at the top. I'm just going to hit the return carriage a couple of times, and it's primarily because, let me just type in assignment here. And if I double tap on assignments, this bar up here is not accessible. So I'm just going to double tap and you'll see that it's not accessible. So what I try to do is I try to give myself a few spaces, then I'll double tap again. And what I would like to do is I want to select on this hyperlink. Once I select on that hyperlink, I am going to enter a URL. So this URL is going to come from Dropbox. So since we have our apps right now and we've set up Dropbox, what we can do is this. I'm just going to go ahead and go to Dropbox. And under Dropbox, you'll see something, and you're not going to see all of this stuff. So you'll probably have some other stuff in here. It'll probably be empty. You'll only have maybe one thing unless you're not new to Dropbox. So what we want to do is we want to create a folder and call it apps. Right now, I'm just going to delete this folder because it's apps. So we're going to create a folder and call it apps. So you see these three dots? This is our master column here. And we'll select on these three dots. Over here, this is our details column. So whenever I select on something, if I selected on a document, it should present over here. But again, going back to the three dots here, I'm going to select on that. And what I want to do is I want to create a folder. And I'm going to call that folder apps. So you do the same thing. And it opens in that folder. So if I went back, you'll see that apps is at the top. Just going to go back in there. What I want to do is I want to upload that snapshot that I just took. And the way we're going to do that is by selecting on these three dots again. So we're going to upload this file. And we're going to go to Photos. You probably won't see all of this for you guys, but I have my Dropbox, Google Drive, OneDrive, all of that linked here. So what I want to do is go to the Photos. So you take a snapshot like that, it actually goes into your photos. And so I'm selecting the very last photo here. I'm going to upload it. So you guys may not have seen it, but the upload button was in the upper right-hand corner. Let me just do that one more time so you can see this. So if I go here, I say upload file, photos, and then when I select on the file that I want, you'll see this upload button. So basically that's what I use, and I just select on upload, and there it's uploading again. So what I want to do is I'm just going to delete one of these because I don't need it. But the other one I do. So what you want to do is you want to rename this. So we really don't want to keep generic names. So I want you to get in the habit of renaming. This is going to be called applications. Rename. And now that we have this file, there is a way to share this file with me. One way is this way. So here's a share link or a share mechanism. I don't want you to share it like that. I want you to share the apps folder. Right now, you're just sharing this file. So let's just go back. And I want you to share the apps folder. So I'm just going to go ahead and select on that. And you'll see this share pop up. And now I want to create a link. So I'm going to select on creating this link. And once I create the link, I'm going to copy it. Now, this is the link that I'm going to place on STEM. So I'm going to go back here and then just place it in. So there, I've pasted it. And you'll see it has all this weird stuff, but it's going to link me back to that Dropbox folder. And the next thing that I want you to do is to open in new window. Please select on the radio button, and then we're going to create a link. So now that we've created a link, I'm just going to say save changes. Now, if you want to, you can delete that white space at the top and you can submit it like so. I don't mind. And so now I'm just saving the changes. And that's it. Once you submit this, the system will send me an email. In other words, it'll notify me. All right, that's it.